let's convert between rates. Now, what is a rate? Well, a rate is different units. So think about like miles per hour, or miles per gallon, or feet per second, or I can eat 32 hot dogs per minute, right? It's when the numerator and denominator have different units. That is a rate. Okay, so my car gets 42 miles per gallon. What is that in kilometers per liter? And you might be thinking, I don't care what it is. Well, that's fine, but we're still going to do the math. So here we go. We've got 42 miles for every 1 gallon of gas. We have a label in the numerator. We have a label in the denominator. Now, I want my labels to be kilometers in the top, liters in the bottom. So we're going to have to do 2 different conversions, right? We need to change the numerator label. We need to change the denominator label. So let's do this. I always start on the top because that's just where my brain goes. So I need to change miles to kilometers. Do I know how to do that? The answer is yeah, because I know that 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers. So the miles in the denominator reduce and cancel with the miles in the numerator. Now my top label is kilometers. That's what I want. Okay, so I've successfully done that. High five. Great. Okay, now I have gallons that I need to deal with. So I need to go gallons to liters. Well, I don't know a conversion for gallons to liters, but I know that 1 gallon is the same as 4 quarts. Notice I put gallons in the numerator because I need the gallons that starts in the denominator to cancel out with that gallon I just put in the numerator. So now my denominator label is quarts. That's not what I want. I want liters. So I need to do another conversion where quarts is in the top. And I know that 1.06 quarts is 1 liter. So my label of quarts in the denominator reduces and cancels with the quarts in the numerator. I now have a denominator label of liters, which is what I want. So my identity ratios are done. I have what I need because I'm in the correct labels. Now I can do the math. So I start with 42. 1.61 is in the numerator, so I multiply by that. 4 is in the denominator, so I divide by 4, and then I'm going to multiply by 1.06. So if you put that in your calculator just like that, 42 times 1.61 divide by 4 times 1.06. You just type it in just like that. You will get your answer of 17.92 kilometers per liter. And that's changing rates. Let's do one more. I drive 55 miles per hour. What is this in meters per second? Okay, so let's think this through. 55 miles in 1 hour. I want meters per second. So again, 2 different conversions. I'm going to start with my miles. I know that 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers. Okay, so that gets me out of miles. But kilometers is not the same as meters. So I do know that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. If you do the counting method with metrics, that's fine. You can wait until the very end and be in kilometers and then move the decimal if you would like. I can show you that here in a minute if you want. So that puts me in meters. That's what I want. Then to go from hours to second. Okay, so right now hours are in the denominator. So to get rid of them, I put them in the numerator. And I know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. Okay, so that gets me out of hours. And then I know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. So that gets me out of minutes. My label is seconds. That's what I want. So I would take 55 times 1.61 times 1,000 divided by 60 divided by 60, which gives me 24.60 meters per second. Now, I do want to show you the other way. I'll do it real quick. If you do 55 miles over 1 and then 1.61 kilometers over 1 mile, right, that gets you out of miles. And you're like, okay, I'll change kilometers to meters in a minute. And then we go 1 hour is 60 minutes and 1 minute is 60 seconds. So I'm out of hours, I'm out of minutes. So now I take 55 times 1.61 divided by 60 divided by 60. And this gives me 0.0245 6. I'm just going to round, okay? And that's kilometers per second. but that's not what I want, right? Remember, I need meters. So if you think about your units, right, this is like metric units, and then we have deca, and we have hecto, and we have kilo. And we're starting in kilometers, and we need to go to meters. So 1, 2, I need to move my decimal 3 to the right. So here's my decimal, 1, 2, 3 to the right. So I get 24.56 meters per second. Now you can see the answer is slightly off. We're off by 4/100ths. And that's only because of the way I rounded. I could have rounded slightly differently. I could have rounded this up to 6 and then it would have been exactly the same. Or maybe I rounded here. Either way, do whatever makes you feel most comfortable because mathematically they're equivalent.